Good morning. Oh, the sounds of the birds are so pretty in the sky as it's getting ready to greet the sun. So pretty. All the way over, and the moon is still with us at this time of day. Beautiful. Let's go breathe together. Begin with your posture. In your bed, on your back, legs uncrossed. Your hands at your side, palms up, or one hand lightly on the belly and the other hand at the chest, so you can feel your body rise and fall with your whole body breath. If you're sitting in a chair, rock side to side on the sit bones, planting them evenly and firmly, feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. Begin with an exhale, the breath all the way out, so the belly button's back toward the spinal column, and then inhale and fill, rounding the belly, continuing to fill across the rib cage as it rounds up, continuing up into the chest, all the way to the collarbones, rounded up like a barrel, and then release the breath. Out through both nostrils if you can, if not, through rounded lips. And continue the breath pattern, inhaling through both nostrils, filling to the top, and then exhaling and releasing the breath all the way to the bottom, feeling it with your hands as you round up, breathing with your whole body. Each morning, start with 2 cycles of the breath intended to build the capacity of your lungs. And we do it like this. Inhale through both nostrils and fill all the way to the top. And when you're at the top, add 3 short inhalations. Pause for a 2 count and then gently release the breath all the way down. And when you've released the last bit of breath, do 3 sharp exhalations to fully empty the lungs. Pause at the bottom for a 2 count, so when you inhale, it's controlled and not a gasp. And then inhale again for the 2nd cycle, filling all the way to the top, 3 short inhalations. And then a complete exhale after a 2 count pause, all the way to the bottom. Push out the last bits of air with 3 sharp exhalations. Now pause for that 2 count so that the inhalation is controlled and not a gasp for air. And then continue breathing long and deep. Just rounding up on the inhale and exhaling and lengthening and flattening down. By starting with the 2 breath cycles where we pull in the extra air and push out the extra air, we begin to build our lung capacity. And we just do it for 2 breaths, and then we return to that regular, natural, long, deep belly breath, breathing with our whole body. Easy, not forcing. Remembering that when you're comfortable, you're most effective. Breathing in, perhaps counting in on a 2 and out on a 4. Or maybe it's a day when you're doing in on a 4 and out on an 8. You can use your thumb and touch your fingers for the counting. We'll probably all know that when we feel pressure or rushed, that our breathing gets shallow. It's not our plan, it's a happening. And your inhalations become longer than your exhalations. And what we want to build into ourselves is that recognition of stopping for just a moment and realizing and switching the pattern to lengthening the exhale. When we breathe shallow and lengthen our inhale, we ratchet up the level of stress, and it makes us vulnerable to anxiety and depression, and it causes toxins to accumulate and create an imbalance in our nervous system. And so what we do is we gather ourselves together and we notice and we switch the breathing pattern consciously, exhaling longer than we're inhaling, looking toward that 2-to-1 ratio so that the exhalation is twice as long as the inhalation. And if we sustain the pattern for a minute or two, our heart rate slows down and our blood pressure drops and our muscles begin to relax. Notice yourself during the day and your breath pattern, and switch to that longer exhale every chance you get. Good. Keep breathing consciously and extending the exhale consciously. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.